G'day guys, welcome back to the Total War podcast with another interview. Yes, I know a lot of you have been asking for another podcast, but when some more info or some solid info is released, we will be doing it. But today we are joined by Alex Ramblings,
Oh no, it's the Rambler now.
the Rambler. Oh yes, change it up, switching it up, keeping it fresh. So the Rambler. I know him as Alex Ramblings. So, we'll start off with what was the initial thing that caused you to record and upload videos?
Well, I first kind of started making videos when I was about 15. That was before YouTube was even around. That's how old I am. Me and a couple of friends from school, kind of when I was in secondary school, just made kind of like some random comedy sketches together called Crispy Films. We had our own website and stuff. So that's when I first started making videos years and years ago. But then most recently, I set up a channel called Atomic Nerd, which I did with the same friends, and we just kind of made random videos until last summer when I created Alex's Ramblings. Well, not really created. I just set up the channel because I've been playing Total War games since Rome Total War's released, probably about 2004. So I've been playing that for years, although it probably doesn't show it from the videos I make.
Yep.
Because I'm quite bad. But yeah, I just enjoy playing them, so I thought why not set up my own channel and see how it goes, and it went quite well. So I enjoy playing the Total War games, so I might as well record them while I'm playing them, really.
Yeah. Obviously, if you can't already tell, you're from Britain, so England.
Hmm?
So I think you just said it there that you enjoy the whole thing, but do you have a specific favorite thing that you like about the uploading and not uploading the task, but just being a part of the community?
I think it's kind of getting the. I enjoy the recording process. The editing and then the rendering can be a bit tedious, but once it's uploaded, getting the feedback from the kind of community, kind of building a community around your videos and the series that you're doing, is really quite fun to do. I tend to have I tend to get mostly positive feedback. I do get some bad stuff. I had a comment the other day saying I look like a squirrel, not in a bad way though. So I don't really know what that was all
What?
about. Yeah, I look like a squirrel apparently. I don't know. Yeah.
What?
Uh,
Uh,
Random,
yeah.
but yeah, the kind of the building, getting a community behind you, and kind of getting them interested in the content you're putting out is quite, I don't know, it's satisfying in a way. Because although I know a lot of people upload videos, good quality videos, and don't get the kind of feedback that myself or you would get, which is a shame. But we've been going at it for a fair few months now, so it does take quite a long time to build up a community. But once you have done it, it is quite rewarding to get kind of feedback every time you put a video up.
Yeah, for sure. Do you know roughly how many videos you have uploaded? I think obviously you started your new channel, but um,
On my new one, I think I've got about. Let me just check now. I've got 57 uploaded, but probably only about 45 of them are public. I'm going travelling soon, so that's why I've got
yeah.
a load of stuff pre-recorded. And I think on the old one, Alex's Ramblings, I can tell you in just 2 seconds. I have 156,
Not
and then on Atomic Nerd, there's like another 100 odd, but they aren't all mine.
which is
Only some.
I think that Atomic Nerd was how I found you. I think it was that video about not having a girlfriend, or was that on your actual channel?
Oh, the
Still remember that, man.
is it,
I still remember that.
was it why being single
Yeah,
isn't so bad?
I just found it randomly, and I was like, so
Really?
yeah, man, that's how I found it. Um,
Wow.
is that still up?
Yeah, I do enjoy doing kind of stuff like that. I haven't done one of those kind of videos for ages. Yeah, I did used to do Alex's dating tips and why being single wasn't so bad. How did you even find that? That's
Man, it
crazy.
was just just one of those random finds, and I was like, what? So I found it.
Yeah.
Is it still up?
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna link it below, so check that out.
Oh, God, my haircut.
She's just hilarious, man. I'll link
Oh,
that
that's
below.
crazy. I'm looking at my haircut right now. It's not good.
It's good. It's good.
Although I have this hair now. Um,
uh,
anyway, carry on.
what type of videos are you looking to do in the future?
I'd like to keep doing my Total War content, but I think like yourself, I'd like to branch out into different type of games. So I'm doing Sid Meier's Pirates.
Yep.
Let's Play at the minute as well. I'd like to continue doing my sketches every now and then, like like the being single stuff.
Yeah.
Because I do really enjoy that. I literally just stick a camera in front of me. I know what I kind of want to record, and then I just improvise it all.
Yep.
Uh, so I like doing creative, more kind of creative stuff like that. But I think obviously when Rome 2 comes out, I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Company of Heroes 2, I think I'm going to be away when that's released, but I'll probably do some stuff when I buy it. So yeah, mainly strategy games. I tend to play a lot more of those than I do kind of other games. But I do want to play. I'll play anything really.
Yep. And over to the Total War just side of it. What is your favorite Total War? So this is a big one because people are going to judge you by it. So
I still think it's Rome.
Yep.
From when I first played it, it kind of in England you do these exams called your GCSEs when you're kind of 15, 16,
Yep.
and instead of revising, I just kind of played Rome for day upon day upon day. It's the first game that got me into the series, so I guess in a way it's my favourite.
Yeah.
It's probably the one I've played the most.
Yep.
The other ones, I haven't played the first Medieval or Shogun 2 much. Sorry, or the original Shogun much, so I can't really comment on those. So yeah, I'm going to go with Rome. I think my first experience of Rome was when I came into school one day and my friend said, "Oh yeah, I'm playing this game. I'm playing as Rome and I've just conquered Britain and I've built them roads." I was like, "What? Building roads in Britain?" And since then, I've been obsessed with building roads on any Total War game. That's kind of the main objective I do, is just to build roads everywhere. But yeah, I'd say Rome, then probably Empire, which is quite a bit of a
Bit of a jump.
dodgy
Yeah.
one with the Total War community,
yeah,
because I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that's a glitchy one. But with Darth mod installed, it tends to
amazing.
solve
Yeah.
a lot of the problems.
Yeah.
But I never actually had any problems when I installed it. A lot of people say they couldn't even get it to launch and stuff. But as I installed it and then I played it fine for probably
Yeah.
about 100 hours.
When it's vanilla, I don't think I had any problems. Modding it, yeah, I had problems. But I was trying to say, when you first played Rome, was that your first one you ever played? So was that like,
Yes.
had you played? Okay, yeah. Did you have that whole thing? You know when you first, did you know that you could zoom into the battle and play? Like when you first played the game.
What?
You know,
What
you
do
know
you
how
mean?
like you fight the battle on the land, and then
Uh-huh.
like two armies meet. Did you know that you could go down and like fight the battle?
Yeah.
Cause
Um,
yeah, yeah,
there was a series called Time Commanders in the
yeah,
UK,
yeah.
which used the Rome engine. So I'd kind of watched that before I actually bought Rome. So I kind of knew a bit about it.
yeah,
Um, and on the case of, I remember it was published. I think it was published by Activision, developed by, well, Creative Assembly, and it had on the back of the case, I remember just like two huge armies clashing. So I kind of got it from the back of the case as well.
yeah. See, I still remember when I had it. I had played for at least like a couple months when I was like 8, 9. I didn't know you could fight the battles.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I didn't know that you could go down and fight until one day I clicked it by accident and my mind was blown. And from there, right, my love for Total War developed. Anyway, um, what's the biggest thing for Rome 2 you're expecting them to add, or the biggest change you are hoping for?
I'd like the diplomacy to be a bit better.
Yep.
Because I always felt on every Total War game I always find the AI to be unfair in terms of diplomacy.
Yep.
So I'd like that to be fairer in a way towards the player. I would like. Not really sure, to be honest, because from what I've seen, I'm going to enjoy it, and I've been asking for the second Rome for years. I've been wanting that. As long as it doesn't kind of ruin my experience of Total War, I'll generally be quite happy. The naval battles in Total War games I've always found to be a bit sluggish. I don't really get on with naval battles. So if
Yeah.
they make that more action-packed, which I think they're going to do in terms of you can ram ships, and they're going to have the combined ship and land battles. So that'll be an interesting concept.
Yep.
I'd also Carthage in the base game of Rome without any mods, they always got screwed over like straight away,
Yeah.
and they were they were bigger than Rome when they first entered the First Punic War, in terms of kind of like power, naval power. So I'd like that to be represented in Rome 2,
Yep.
by having a bigger Carthage.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I think all those things will be done. They're saying a lot of things about historically accurate
Yeah.
battles and all that. What is your favorite mod for Total War in general of any of the games?
I was going to say I've only played Darth Mod, but then of course I've played Third Age. I've only actually played Darth Mod on Rome and Empire and Shogun and Napoleon,
Yeah,
and then I've also installed Third Age for Medieval 2. So I'm going to go with probably the Third Age because I'd say that's probably the best uh, Lord of the Rings strategy game you can get, and it's free.
yep,
I'd say it's better than Battle for Middle Earth and games like that. So the the amount of depth they've put into that mod is just astounding, especially with the custom settlements.
yep,
There is a mod called The Last Kingdom, which I've been trying to get to work, which I haven't really had much success, but that'll probably be quite a good one for me because I used to do Anglo-Saxon reenactment, and it's set in the Anglo-Saxon period, kind of like the 8th, 9th century in England.
yeah,
So it's got all of those kind of factions, like like King Alfred the Great and stuff like that.
yep, yep,
So if I could get that working, that'd be a really good one. And the English Civil War mod
yeah.
is meant to be really good, but again, I haven't had any luck getting it working.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with the Third Age.
Okay, cool. Um, through your time on YouTube and before that, have you found a commentator to be your favorite one? I know this is a bit of a hard one because a lot of people would don't like to, just point out one person they enjoy. But do you have a favorite commentator?
I think the first person I saw was probably Diplix.
Yep.
He was probably the first person I've watched a lot of, but I've also kind of expanded into a ton of people really. So I don't really have a favourite. I enjoy a lot of people's content. Yeah, my own. Let's say I'm a fan of myself. No, uh, the, the big YouTubers like Prince of Macedon, I watch every now and then, but I don't play a lot of multiplayer, and when I do, I tend to suck. So that's not something I tend to watch. I tend to watch kind of someone create an empire from scratch. So
Yeah.
probably people like Diplix and Lionheart. I have a lot of time for Lionheart. I've spoken to him quite a bit, and he's a really nice guy. So yeah, I'd probably go with Lionheart if I had to pick someone,
Yep.
but I don't want to pick someone. Right.
um, through uploading YouTube videos and everything. So just put two questions into one here. Were your expectations met of joining the Total War community, and how like being a content provider would be, and has it affected you in real life? So outside, has it affected your time management and all that?
It's kind of in terms of being part of the community, it surpassed my expectations because my original channel got close to 1,000 subscribers, and I never expected that because my original channel, you could call it the original channel, the Atomic Nerd one, is still only on about 200, under 250, and we started that in like 2011. So from summer 2012 to about February 2013, I went from zero to nearly 1,000, which is just insane, really. And I think that was kind of almost kicked off by kind of speaking to yourself and Hephaestion. We did a few videos together,
Yep.
so I think that really kind of like kicked off my growth. So I've got a lot to thank for you and him. And then I just kind of tried to talk to other people. And then yeah, it's crazy. Also, Farming Simulator that helped. I don't know why, but people wanted to watch me and my friends play Farming Simulator. I have no idea. Um, I'd say in terms of my own life, it can take up a lot of your time because it takes what half an hour to record an episode. Then rendering can take like on my computer probably about 10 minutes to
Yep.
record a half-hour episode, and then you've got to upload it, which with my internet will probably take about an hour. So you've got to take that into account. And if you're producing content daily, it can take a long time. It takes a lot of your stuff. The thing is, when I get home from work, I don't really do a lot.
Yeah. Same.
I've become quite lazy, so I tend to upload my videos when I'm doing other stuff. So whether it's watching TV or something like that. So I make time to upload videos, and where I'm going away for 5 months soon, I'm trying to upload 5 months of content before I go away, and that's oh my god, when you have to record like 2 or 3 hours in one go of one game, it's crazy. You're infusing. You, you come across as less enthusiastic, even though you're enjoying playing. You have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, there's only so much you can talk about.
Yeah, and in the end, I'm just like, meh, meh, meh. So, and I think that's probably starting to come across in my videos now, which is a shame. But I'd rather release content than not release any at all. Because if you don't release any when I'm going away for 5 months, if I didn't release anything at all, then my channel would pretty much die.
Yeah.
In a way, to try and come back after 5 months, I'd be kind of starting again because my community would go.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. Which I think kind of happened to Dabar.
I was just
he
about
left
to use
for like
that
a
as
year.
example. Yeah.
And although he's kind of like bringing back his community a little bit, it's taken him a long time. Because I think he was fairly big to start off with. But then he obviously he was in the New Zealand Army, wasn't he? So he couldn't really
on deployment and stuff, I believe.
Yeah. Whereas I'm just swanning around in Canada. So it's not really. But yeah, I'm surprised at how I've taken off. People seem to like what I do. Maybe people like my incompetence. I don't really know, but I enjoy doing it. I'm going to continue doing it for some time, and when I come back from traveling, that's something I'm definitely going to continue doing.
Yeah.
So.
About your traveling, are you going to be able to? Are you using scheduled uploads, or are you going to be doing it from there, like via a phone or laptop or something like? Releasing?
I found that when I schedule stuff, it doesn't tend to appear in everyone's boxes. I don't know. Have you found that? Have you done kind of schedule uploads?
I did a bit. Now I just release it.
Yeah, because I know Total Biscuit has that same problem when he schedules uploads, his view count just like plummets.
Yeah.
So I'm going to upload them all, set them to private, and then I kind of release them as and when I want to.
Like via a laptop?
Oh, excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, I've got a Chromebook that I can take with me, or in any kind of hostels, they tend to have like a computer with Wi-Fi and stuff like that.
You're going to be able to respond to comments and all that.
Yeah, I'm going to keep responding to kind of most. I try to reply to basically every comment I get, but if I think it's stupid, then I won't.
Yeah.
And I'm being quite blunt here, but yeah.
I mean, you can't respond to everything. Some things don't really need a response.
No, that's true. And I'm also going to try and do kind of like vlogs and stuff when I'm out there.
Oh yeah, that'd be heaps cool. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're nearing the end of it. One question that some people have a bit of trouble answering, but if you would to have to stop, well, you can't. Oh, you're not stopping now because you're still going to be uploading. But if you would have to completely stop YouTube, would you have felt that you've left your mark on the YouTube community?
Not at the minute.
Yeah, I feel that.
To be quite honest, with my new channel, I've been going for about a month with the new one, and I'm at 630. So although I think a few people will probably miss what I do.
All right.
What's that?
Yeah, my nephew's running around. Sorry about
that. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't think I've left a bigger mark as I would like. I'd like to keep growing, and I'd like to keep producing content that people enjoy.
Yeah.
So I'm not done yet. If I do eventually leave, then I'd like to think that I've brought some enjoyment to people.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'd like, really, just to be kind of remembered for bringing enjoyment to people, really. Or at the minute, I'd say a few people would be sad to see me go.
Yep.
But I want to make it so there's a lot more. I've got ambitions.
Well, I mean, you've brought your own style of commentary to things, so I'm sure, to my knowledge, there's not many other people that do commentary how you do it, in terms of bringing more of like a comedic sense to it. I tend to be a lot more relaxed, and Tom makes some pretty funny videos from time to time. But yeah, I feel that you're the only person that does like a comedy century. I'm not sure if you look at it like that way. I hope I'm not making it.
I tend to say what's in my head.
Yeah.
And that kind of, I guess, comes across as slightly comedic to people, which is good, really, because I'd rather come across as funny than just shit. So, because I think if people didn't take what I'm saying as funny, the gameplay would just be quite bad. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, last off, of course, the classic question. Any tips for people starting out on YouTube?
When I started, I just tried to be consistent. I If I said I was going to release a video, then I'd release it on that particular day. Whereas now I don't try and keep a schedule because I can't keep to one. I'd say also when I started, I didn't expect to get anywhere straight away, which is a good attitude to have because if you put videos up and expect to get thousands and thousands and thousands of views straight away, it's pretty much impossible.
Yep.
With the YouTube is saturated nowadays with all types of games. So what I'd say is just for the first couple of months, try and release good quality content, full screen content. Don't have the black bars in games that don't need the black that you can not. With my Pirates Let's Play, it's always got the black bars because that's the screen resolution.
Yeah.
But release at least 720p content in kind of like full screen, takes up like white in widescreen. Sorry. Then after you've built a kind of a small community, try and talk to other YouTubers, trying to get them to do kind of like interviews like this, trying to get them to do kind of like Let's Plays or get them to give you advice. Really.
Yeah.
I'd say don't pester people because I was scared of contacting anyone, to be honest, because I didn't want to bother them.
Yep.
But I'm at the point now where after like 6 months or so, I've got in contact with yourself, Fastian. I can even talk to Diplix from time to time.
Yep.
Cold Meat, he's always one to give you advice if you ask for it. Just don't be afraid of asking people, but don't send them message upon message upon message because that will just piss people off.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'd say, also don't go around spamming on comments saying, give me advice, give me subscribers and stuff like that. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
You're just going to annoy people. So I'd say produce good quality content. The community will start to come. Put decent kind of oh my god, I forgot what they call. This is what the beer does to you. I should point out. I've had a few beers. So in the tags, that's what they're called. In the tags, put ones relevant to your videos. If you don't put any, I know a few people who don't put any tags in their videos whatsoever, and that affects their view count. So if you put good tags, that will help bring in views. Like you, I don't know what you were searching for to kind of come up with why being single isn't so bad, but you found it somehow. I don't know what you were searching for. But yeah, just putting good tags, good quality content, and speak to people in the community that you're trying to target, and just get advice from them. So yeah, that's what I'd advise people starting out.
Yeah, and just I just want to clarify that the reason I found that video was for Shogun, right? I think it was a Shogun or Empire episode or something. Something else was up there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did. I've also done like an Empire campaign on that Atomic Nerd channel. Okay, fine.
Alright, so thanks for joining me. It's good talking
Thanks
to
for
you.
having me.
Yep. And hopefully you guys check out his channel down below. I also link his dating advice because for you people who need it. And
It's good tips.
we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, bye.